Have you ever seen those cool looking performance pages on Scat Packs or Hellcats? Well, I wanted those too, but my car's not exactly a top tier ripper. The good news is you don't need a Hellcat to do what I'm about to show you. Now all you're gonna need is this device right here. So this thing unlocks a bunch of different hidden features in Dodge and Chrysler vehicles. Stuff like SRT pages, light shows, live performance gauges, and way more. If you're wondering if your car is supported, you can drop a comment. I'll be responding to all comments on this video. And I will also be putting the link to the ZAutomotive website in the description, where you can find literally anything you need to know. But with that out of the way, let's get into the install process. Alright, so step number 1 is you're gonna wanna locate your OBD2 port, which is right here, and plug that baby right in there. Then it should start tweaking out like your dad on meth, and let me tell you, this is a good sign actually. Then eventually it will turn green, and you're good to go. Next you're going to want to put your car in run mode, then hit back to get out of that first screen, and then scroll all the way up to where it says fuel economy. So now we need the pages to actually show up, so what you're going to want to do is hold down this button right here, and make sure you keep holding. Then click the cancel button, and that's how you're going to switch through the pages. So hold back and click cancel. Sometimes you got to click it like 9 times, but it eventually works. Okay, so now for the newer models, you're going to want to hold this button right here, hold that down, and then click the cancel button. And that will do the same thing as the other wheel. And all this should be the same for Chrysler as well. So using what I told you, you're going to want to scroll to the page to where it says Mary. Then once you're at that page, you're going to want to hold back and then hold on and off the cruise control. And I'll hold it there for about 3 seconds, and then it should accept. And that will be the same for enabling everything. So I'm holding back in cruise control, and then it's marrying. Easy as that. Don't even need a ring. So now I'm going to show you how to turn on the SRT pages, and later on if you want to mess with the light show or other settings, it'll be pretty straightforward. You'll know how to do it. So now you're going to want to scroll to where it says Performance or Perf. Click into that. Then you'll see the Sport 5-speed. I do have the 5-speed, so I will be turning that on. And obviously, if you have the newer model with the 8-speed, you would turn that on. And there you go, it's on. Then we'll click through this menu, skip 8-speed because we don't have an 8-speed cluster swap. SRT set we will be setting to yes. Performance settings we will also be setting to yes. STP we're not going to turn on, that's shift points. I'm not going to mess with that, so we're going to skip that. Paddles, we don't have paddles, but if you want to install them you can. Steering, no. Drive mode is what we want to change. So you want to click through this. Also, sorry for the terrible quality on this clip. At least you can still make out what it says, but we're going to click onto this, turn this on. First it's going to say Scat. Now Scat Pack will only work on the newer models. Let's do that again and change it to SRT. So this is what tricks your ECU or whatever into thinking it's a higher model. So we might as well go through the rest of the performance settings. So drivetrain's not really, don't know what that is, but shift light. That'll tell you when to shift if you're using manual mode, so I'd turn that on. Eco mode, don't have that garbage on. So now for the last step, what you're going to want to do is scroll through until you find full reboot. Then once that goes through, you should get a pop-up with a countdown, and then just wait for this to finish, and then you'll be ready to go. Now see, after just a few seconds, the SRT menu already shows up. I wouldn't click into it already. I know this is my first time doing it, so I was a little ready to look at it. But as you can see, there's all the stuff on there. I guess I decided to let the reboot go through before I mess with it anymore. Probably a good idea. Ooh, baby, that's what I like to see. What? Average Minnesota weather. Alright, so now we're actually in the car and we have the performance pages. And here it shows the G-forces, the gauges, oil pressure, battery voltage, oil temp, all that stuff, along with like horsepower. And we're gonna try that out in a second. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so we are currently moving, as you can tell, and it does do the readings perfectly, so that's good. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm actually doing 5 horses, but that's cool. We'll give her a little gas here in a second, just to actually check it out. So far, my review on the Tazer, you know, I like it. You know, it's not too hard to do. I mean, I didn't read any of the instructions, just a few YouTube videos and use some ChatGPT, and I got what I wanted out of it. Thing is, I don't want to do it here because you never know if it's a cop. Have an extremely squeaky dash, I will say that. Wow, the dash will not stop squeaking! Oh, that worked. Oh, look at that, it ain't negative 40 anymore. Alright, I'll do it up at the stop sign. Rolling up to it pretty soon here. Hopefully I can keep my phone still here. I'll try my best. Alright, I'm gonna slow down now because there is a high deer spawn rate right now. So, gotta watch out for them. Alright, so that's about all I got for this video. Once again, if you guys have any questions, make sure to drop a comment. We're on the road to 1 entire subscriber. But anyways, thanks for watching.